Welcome to ESPN's Feast Week. It's presented by Lowe's, and this is the Satva Empire Classic. Here in New York City on a glorious day outside, it is warm on the inside as perennial powers UConn and Indiana get set to tip off this tournament. Danny Hurley, the national champion, trying to defend against Mike Woodson, trying to get the Indiana Hoosiers back to the promised land. Seen in college basketball on the men's side all year.
UConn having some younger players. First big game for them. Not the same team from last year. Not having the guy in Andre Jackson Jr., who's a bona fide leader of this team, galvanized the spirits and energy of this team.
Push. They want to push. He goes all the way to the rack. A dump off. Klingon there, and he affected that shot from where?
Klingon has that long wingspan, and just his presence in the paint. You're seeing Galloway get in there, but the ability to readjust and get back in there, it didn't seem like Ware had his hands around it. Get those kind of looks. If Klingon wants to be dragged off those ball screens, either a pick and pop or a roll, force the defense to collapse.
Spencer takes it down low and throws one up and in. That was a tough pass and a catch from Mbako.
Well, he stared at the person he was going to pass the ball to.
Caravan's long three finds the bottom.
You got to tag him. He's shooting 39% from the three-point line.
Alley-oop, and Klingon went up with him, and that's out of bounds against Indiana. Klingon's used to being on the receiving end of the alley-oop, but four teams make up this tournament. The championship game tomorrow. Good defense that time by Johnson on the denial. Connecticut doesn't have numbers. Spencer the ball fake. He waits again, launches. That's off. Rebound Johnson.
I mean, Garcia transition does a great job getting the shot open. Everybody's watching the ball. Who's boxing out? And Sampson going to work.
Galloway, yeah, he drove, and there's Johnson with the denial, been very active.
Exit strategies. When things get tough, they want to get out.
The portal is a backdoor.
And it sends the wrong message, Ravi, to kids, because life gets tough sometimes.
Diarra lays it up and in. Finds Johnson. He's not taking that shot. There's 5 on the shot clock for Newton. He drives and lays it up. Pretty shot by Newton at the rim. Uses his arm to push off. No call. Caravan the drive. He lays it up and in, and it will count. He'll have a chance to finish off a three-point play.
They're early. Let's see it from this angle. No, that's the right call. That's the right call.
Prior to his pushing off.
Good job fighting over the top. You got to get
wide
back
open three for Caravan. He buried it. Mackenzie Mbako.
Robbie, this is what I was talking about. You come off that screen. If you don't communicate, you got to talk. Renew did not talk. You're going to blitz it. Caravan, that's what this man does. But there's still a long way to go for Klingon to establish himself as the guy in college basketball.
He and Newton play a two-man game. Tristan Newton's three is at the bottom, and Connecticut has warmed up after a slow start from the field.
He's just as talented as the UConn team, and he's not far off. I mean, we're still waiting for Mbako to come on the court and make a play.
Yeah, Newton, he's on fire. He's got 11 now. Klingon's knocked down now 4 of 6 free throws. A little more arc on the last couple there. Spencer open for a 3, and he gets it to go.
He is engaged in the defensive end. His hands are always ready to shoot.
That's blocked by Klingon. He turned right into it. Here's Caravan.
Right at him.
Throws it up and in. Alex Caravan continues a hot start. He's got 11. 14-point lead for the Huskies. We'll see if he can get the third on him.
9 offensive rebounds for 11 second chance points.
Good cut, and a layup is made. Good cut by Solomon Ball. A switch, here's Spencer now. He gets renewed. He drives, he lost it. You can see UConn going to try to help a lot on renew. Newton sees the lane. Ooh, he threw an elbow and got away with it. He caught Johnson in the throat with a right elbow, and he gets that hard layup to go.
Oh, right. I mean, you had post work going on down low with Renew. I would have thrown it, played inside out once again.
Newton's got 8 rebounds. Here he is dishing it to Ball. He just knocked down a 2. Now he knocks down a 3.
I mean, by the way, Riley, that's just called smart basketball. If Sparks decides to switch, and then Renew has to guard Klingon.
Themselves badly. Spencer into the lane. Newton three. Too strong. Clinging offensive rebound. He goes up with his left and gets it to go. Shot clock for Newton out top. He'll have to force it up. Great defense. Great defense from C.J. Gunn. Turnover. Bucket. Newton. Oh, what a turn of events that was. Circle that after unbelievable defense by Gunn. Newton has a chance for a three-point play.
We said before, UConn always had active hands. Great defensive stop right there. But instead of kicking the ball up, Johnson tried to put the ball on the floor, and UConn stays right in those plays. And what a swing of events. Indiana to UConn.
Yep.
UConn just stays engaged in every defensive possession.
Diarra into the corner. Jump shot good. Boy, Tristan Newton with Castle out has become the go-to guy on offense.
Because they're always clawing down. They're right there all the time.
8 on the shot clock. Spencer drives, lays it up and in. He beat his man. He went right by Cups with still plenty of time left to go in the second half. Spencer three. Looked good from the exit of his hands. And Spencer knocks down a three.
Like they're matching the energy of UConn at all. Obviously, UConn has more weapons offensively. There's more continuity with how they play. But, you know,
it's an 18-point lead. We're under 5 for the defending champions. Caravan with a great cut. Lays it up and in. And a lot of smiles on the faces of the Huskies. Danny Hurley continues to implore them. It's a 20-point lead. And the UConn Husky fans are on their feet at the Garden. Tristan Newton, 21 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. There's going to be at least one more triple-double for Newton this season. At least one more.
that's coming off the ball screen. If Ware wants to sit back like that and drop coverage, even if you get help from the weak side, stunting in, I mean.
They're literally all over the globe.
She's making
And
money all over
and
the
her
globe.
shows are like Springsteen shows.
Yeah,
they go on and on and on. Inside ball, lays it up and in. To get some minutes for Solomon Johnson. Also into the game is Jaden Ross. He wears 23. Look out! Oh, man! Johnson went up right over the back of Sparks already. 2 minutes to go. Connecticut by 21. Rumaglu in front of his bench, knocks down a three. He looks at his bench, and they are all smiles over there now.
All their championships, how they got it in different leagues, how they got it with different coaches. Jim Calhoun, Kevin Ollie, now Dan Hurley. But the one similar trait is the way they defend.
As Hurley has the ball, UConn's going to end up winning by 20 points.
I mean, just a great showing by UConn basketball on the defensive end. An IU team that is still learning. Oh, game's not over yet.
No, the game's over.
Yeah.
The game is over.
Yes, the game is over. Officially clockwise, Ravi.
77-57. Connecticut moves to 4-0.